Your mind is the battlefield where every victory or defeat is first won. If you do not master your mindset, life will master you. The greatest limitation you will ever face is not external, it is internal. It is the way you think, the way you see yourself, the way you interpret the challenges around you. The mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant, you will harvest. If you sow seeds of fear, doubt, and mediocrity, you will reap failure, hesitation, and small thinking. But if you cultivate thoughts of strength, purpose, and resilience, you will produce a life of power, influence, and success. You must learn to take control of your thoughts because every action you take is first born in the mind. People fail not because they lack talent, but because they lack the right mindset. You can give a weak mind all the resources in the world, and it will still produce failure. But if you give a strong mind just an idea and a vision, it will create success out of nothing. Mental mastery means disciplining yourself to think in alignment with your destiny. It means refusing to dwell on fear, negativity, or self-pity. It means training yourself to see possibilities where others see problems. When the world says you can't, your mindset must already be conditioned to say, "Watch me." Your mind must be so strong that no circumstance, no failure, no disappointment can break you. The most powerful minds in history were not those who had easy lives, but those who refused to let life control them. They trained themselves to think differently, to see beyond the moment, to believe in something greater than their struggles. They understood that life is not about what happens to you, but about how you respond. The weak wait for circumstances to change. The strong change their perspective until circumstances no longer matter. Master your mind and you will master your life. Faith is the foundation of the unstoppable. It is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. The most powerful individuals in the world did not wait for proof before they believed. They saw the unseen before it became reality. They spoke of things that did not yet exist as if they were already manifest. Faith is not passive. It is aggressive. It refuses to accept limitations. It does not ask for permission to succeed. It commands success to align with destiny. You must believe beyond what your eyes can see. The problem with most people is that they only believe when circumstances are favorable, but real faith is tested when everything looks impossible. Faith means standing firm when everything says quit. It means moving forward when logic says stop. It is the force that turns ordinary people into extraordinary leaders, that takes the weak and makes them strong, that transforms the unknown into history makers. Faith is the currency of the unstoppable. Without it, you will remain bound by what is seen, but with it, you will step into the realm of the impossible. Discipline is the bridge between potential and fulfillment. It is not talent that separates the great from the average, but the ability to remain consistent when motivation fades. Discipline is the power to do what must be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Many people dream of success, but few are willing to submit themselves to the daily process that success requires. Talent will fail you without discipline. Passion will burn out if it is not sustained by consistent action. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stagnant is the ability to master themselves. A person without discipline is like a city without walls, easily conquered, easily swayed, easily broken. Discipline means showing up every day whether you feel inspired or not. It means putting in the work even when no one is watching. It means being loyal to your vision even when the results are not immediate. The problem with most people is that they want quick success, but they're unwilling to endure the slow grind that builds true greatness. Those who are disciplined understand that success is not a single event, but a series of small, intentional actions repeated over time. The mind must be trained, the body must be conditioned, and the spirit must be strengthened. A weak mind will always surrender to temporary discomfort, but a disciplined mind will endure hardship to achieve something greater. Discipline means making sacrifices, waking up earlier, saying no to distractions, choosing growth over comfort. It means mastering your emotions so that you're not controlled by feelings, but by purpose. Every great leader, every champion, every history maker has one thing in common. They do not wait for perfect conditions. They act, they persist, they endure. Adversity is not your enemy, it is your greatest teacher. The most unstoppable people in history were not those who avoided hardship, but those who turned hardship into fuel. Every difficulty you face carries within it the potential for transformation. The problem is not the challenge, the problem is how you perceive it. Weak minds see adversity as a reason to quit. Strong minds see adversity as an opportunity to grow. The most powerful individuals do not break under pressure. They thrive in it. They rise through it. They use it as a tool to sharpen their skills and deepen their character. Pressure produces diamonds and fire refines gold. Without struggle, there is no strength. Without opposition, there is no resilience. Every time you face an obstacle, you have two choices. Let it define you or use it to refine you. When the storm comes, most people run for cover, but those who are unstoppable learn how to navigate through the storm. They don't complain about the rain. They learn how to build in the storm. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every failure carries within it the seeds of a greater success. The reason some people never rise is that they see adversity as the end rather than the beginning of something greater. The people you surround yourself with will either elevate you or destroy you. Your associations determine your direction. A person who walks with the wise becomes wise, but a companion of fools suffers harm. Many dreams have died, not because they were impossible, but because they were suffocated by the wrong environment. If you surround yourself with small-minded people, you will begin to think small. If you surround yourself with people who complain, you will adopt their language of excuses. If you walk with those who are content with mediocrity, you will find yourself settling for less than what you were born to achieve. Greatness is contagious, but so is failure. If you study the lives of the most successful and influential people in history, you will see one common pattern. They were intentional about their relationships. They did not allow just anyone to speak into their lives. They surrounded themselves with people who challenged them, who sharpened them, who pushed them beyond their comfort zone. If you want to be mentally unstoppable, you must be willing to evaluate your circle. Who do you listen to? Who influences your thinking? Who has access to your mind? Some people in your life are assignments, but they are not meant to be your advisor. Some people need your help, but they should not shape your perspective. You must discern who is adding to you and who is draining you. Some connections are distractions disguised as friendships. Some relationships are holding you back more than any obstacle in your life. The wrong people will make you doubt your vision, will make you second-guess your ability, will pull you into cycles of stagnation. But the right people will ignite your passion, will sharpen your wisdom, and will propel you toward your destiny. Words are not just sounds, they are seeds. Every word you speak is a seed that will produce a harvest in your life. If you speak fear, you will live in fear. If you speak doubt, you will experience limitations. But you speak faith, courage, and power, you will shape an unstoppable mindset. The greatest battles are won or lost in the mouth before they manifest in reality. What you declare over yourself will determine the atmosphere in which you live. Some people sabotage their own success with their words. They say things like, "I can't. I'm not good enough. This will never work," and then wonder why their lives reflect struggle and failure. Your words are either building your future or destroying it. The most powerful people in history understood the creative power of the tongue. They spoke their vision before it became reality. They declared success when they had nothing. They spoke life even in the face of death. The unstoppable do not speak what they see, they speak what they want to see. They do not allow circumstances to dictate their language. Instead, they use their words to command their environment, to shape their future, and to reinforce their faith. What you speak consistently will eventually become your reality. If you want to be unstoppable, you must guard your tongue as fiercely as you guard your mind. Growth is not automatic, it is intentional. The difference between those who remain stagnant and those who rise is their commitment to continuous learning. No one arrives at greatness by accident. Every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary did so because they made personal development a priority. They invested time in reading, learning, and sharpening their skills. They understood that what you feed your mind determines the quality of your life. Just as the body weakens without exercise, the mind deteriorates without growth. Many people want success, but they do not want to pay the price of discipline and learning. They desire greatness but refuse to develop themselves. You cannot rise above the level of your knowledge. Your mind is your greatest asset, but it will become your greatest liability if you do not cultivate it. A person who stops learning starts dying. The world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to grow will be left behind. You must become obsessed with personal growth. Study the lives of great people. Read books that challenge your thinking. Seek wisdom from those ahead of you. Do not settle for what you already know, because what got you here will not get you there. The greatest danger to progress is comfort. The moment you believe you have arrived is the moment you stop advancing. The truly unstoppable understand that mastery is a lifelong pursuit. They do not seek knowledge just for information. They seek it for transformation. Growth requires humility. You must be willing to admit that there is more to learn, more to improve, more to develop. Too many people are limited not because they lack potential, but because they refuse correction and resist change. A teachable spirit is the key to sustained success. Those who remain students of life will always outlast those who assume they know enough. If you want to be unstoppable, you must commit to personal growth as a daily habit, not a seasonal event. Nothing in life happens by accident. Those who leave a lasting impact on the world are those who live with a clear sense of vision and purpose. Without vision, you will wander aimlessly, chasing distractions instead of destiny. Vision gives you direction. It aligns your actions with your assignment. It clarifies what deserves your time and what does not. When you have vision, you stop wasting energy on things that do not contribute to your destiny. Purpose is not something you find, it is something you uncover. It is already inside of you, waiting to be discovered. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but living without purpose. Many people exist, but few truly live because they never take the time to seek out why they were created. You were not born to survive. You were born to make an impact. Your vision is the blueprint for your future. The clearer it is, the stronger your focus becomes. A person with vision cannot be easily distracted. They do not chase every opportunity because they understand that not everything aligns with their destiny. They are not moved by temporary setbacks because they know their purpose is greater than their current situation. They do not conform to the expectations of others because they are driven by something deeper. Vision makes you unstoppable because it keeps you grounded when life gets difficult and focused when the world tries to pull you in different directions. The road to becoming unstoppable is often paved with a foundation of clarity and a strong sense of purpose. Once you define your vision, you must protect it at all costs. Your vision will not only keep you on course when challenges arise, but also serve as the anchor that holds you steady when the winds of life try to push you off track. Without vision, you become like a ship without a captain, drifting aimlessly in the vast ocean of possibilities without direction, without purpose. A person without vision has no reason to get out of bed in the morning. They simply exist, reacting to circumstances rather than proactively creating them. The power of vision is that it provides focus. A clear vision allows you to see beyond temporary distractions, beyond the noise of society, and beyond the present moment. When you can see the end result, the destination, you can endure any obstacle along the way because the vision outweighs the current struggle. It's not that obstacles disappear, but they become less significant in the face of a higher calling. It gives you the strength to keep going when your body says stop and your mind tells you to quit. The unstoppable understand that their vision is bigger than any temporary discomfort. When you align your actions with your vision, you're no longer just moving through life. You're building towards something greater. Purpose acts as the force that drives your vision forward. It's the inner fire that ignites the energy to take action, to persist, and to push through whatever resistance life throws at you. When you know your purpose, you are no longer living for external validation. Your actions are no longer contingent on other people's opinions or societal standards. Purpose gives you a deep-rooted reason for why you keep striving, even when no one is watching. Even when success seems far away, it's a deep conviction that you are here for something greater than yourself, and nothing can take that away from you. People who lack purpose may drift, may succeed in the short term, but they will not sustain it. Purpose sustains you when things get tough. It fuels you when the journey feels long. It propels you forward when you can't see the next step. It reminds you that what you do matters and that what you're building today has the potential to impact the world tomorrow. It is what makes you mentally unstoppable because once you know why you're doing something, nothing can derail your focus. When you live with vision and purpose, every action, every decision becomes intentional. You begin to make choices that align with your destiny rather than your temporary feelings. Your vision and purpose inform your priorities, allowing you to filter out distractions and invest your time and energy where it truly matters. No longer will you be swayed by the fleeting trends or the expectations of others. You become the architect of your life, designing each step toward your purpose with precision. Vision and purpose are the foundation upon which mental strength is built. With them, you no longer waste time questioning your worth or wondering if success is possible. You act with certainty because you know exactly what you're working toward and why it's worth every ounce of effort. They are the guiding stars in your life, and they will make you mentally unstoppable, capable of enduring the storms of life and emerging stronger on the other side.